So tonight I want to talk to you about the Nigerian culture, strong values, and I'm going to deal with the clothing of the Nigerians. So the first thing I want to let you know is I have a Nigerian background in my ancestry. So I chose to wear that Nigerian type outfit. The dress as well as the headdress is one of the designs that the Nigerian women wear. So in my introduction, I just want to let you know that we're going to be talking about the Nigerian culture. They have strong values in their clothing styles, and they are a very strong cultured people. The styles and recognitions, the dresses that they wear or the clothing that they wear distinguish them between the different Nigerian groups, ethnic groups. So the Nigerians do take pride in their history and their deeply rooted uniqueness. One of the other things I want to talk about tonight is the Nigerian culture, the major pride that they do take in looking at the clothing that's in museums, how they are very, they like to showcase their type of dress. The sources that I'm going to use is going to be the cultural uniqueness of Nigeria, what makes us who we are, and traditional clothing in Nigeria, which is a website, the culture of Nigeria, the history, the people, the clothing, and the traditions. So just to start off and talking about the Nigerian clothing culture, it's very unique and with traditions, and it's rich in diversity. So it's interesting and appealing to people that see the Nigerian clothing. Some of the things that the Nigerians wear gives them some type of aura about them, that when you see them in their dress, you recognize it. It's appealing to the eye, and people pay attention to them when they come around. Men from Nigeria wear what we call a sarong. So if you look at the picture, I have a slide here. The Nigerian men, they wear long, brightly colored robes, and they are called a sarong. And if you look at them, you see that the colors for men are bright. They could even wear even brighter colors than men. So that is a sense of pride for the different ethnic groups. The women, on the other hand, you go to the next slide. The Nigerian women wear long colored dresses called abuba, and they also wear a headdress, as you see that I have on the headdress. If you look at the women in this slide, you'll see that they have a lot of colorful things. And not only that, it just seems like all the women like to wear a headdress. And each outfit can represent a different ethnic group. Okay? In Nigeria, you can tell a race or a group or ethnic group by the type of clothing that they wear. So they can be identified by the clothes. So naturally, if you see a certain type of clothing, you would recognize, or they would recognize them as a particular group of people. For Nigerians, dress is not just a covering. So we put on our clothes every day, and we put them on because that's a covering, but we put on to wear. But for Nigerians, it's not just about a covering or clothes. It's about telling a story about who they are. So a lot of times when Nigerians wear clothes or they make their clothes, it is representing them and telling a story about who they are. Also, the next one I want to talk about the dress of Nigerians, and they have museums where they showcase their clothing in museums, and this is a picture of a showcase of a Nigerian museum that's been exhibited. The dress in this one is the textile is sometimes brought into the community and used to make their clothing. The dress also draws them closer together as a community, as a group of people, and it gives them a great sense of pride. This one is a traditional attires of imported velvets. So in these, what they have on in this picture, that's velvet. So dressing styles are important, and in Nigeria there are about 50 different museums spread across 36 states of the country. So exhibiting and showing the clothing of the country is important as well to me. The next picture slide will show the African lace, and this is also in the museum. It features, when you see the beautiful clothing of Nigeria, you will understand that there's a reason for the style of the clothing that they wear. Again, I represent my Nigerian heritage by what I have on tonight, and I hope you have learned something and got something from my speech. And at this time, we'll show our audience for the last time. And